I want to write a book, but where do I start? Hey there, in this short video, I'm going to answer that question. Where do you start with your book? How do you get started? What's the first step you should take when planning, mapping out, and then writing your book? Hey, my name is Bogdan, author of 6 Day Publish, and I've been very privileged to write my own books and also coach my high-ticket coaching clients through the process of writing their books and helping them do that. So I've been very privileged, and often one of the big questions that people have when they have an idea about something that they want to be able to write about and a message they want to be able to share, one of the first questions they have is, okay, where do I start? I have this great idea. I want to share this with the world, but where do I start? So let's answer that question. Where do you start? One word: purpose. You start with purpose, because purpose is everything. So if you have an idea about a book or something that you want to write, or you just want to know that you want to write a book but you have no idea what you want to write about, you start with purpose. Okay, what's the purpose of why I'm doing this? Why do I want to do this? And why this book? Why do I want to write this book? So that's the first question. Those are the first questions you ask. Start with purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is the reason you're writing the book and the reason the book exists there. What purpose is it solving? So purpose I divide into two different things. First thing is educational purpose. If you're writing a non-fiction educational book, let's say you figured something out in your life. So for some reason, all of your friends around you keep telling you, okay, how are you so good at making friends? Or how are you so good at leading people? Or how are you so good at this health thing? How are you so energetic all the time? So let's say you figured something out and you know and you've researched that topic and you're passionate about that certain topic. So you break it down, purpose, that's where you start, but you break it down into these two things. First is educational purpose. So you want to write a non-fiction educational book to help people and at the same time boost your credibility and boost your level of influence and share your message. So educational purpose. You have to answer, okay, what is your educational purpose? Meaning this book, imagine a bridge and your customers, your potential people, the people that you know that you can help. Maybe it's people like your friends or people that you've seen at an event or at a meetup or wherever it is. And they wanted that you know that they could benefit from your teachings. So number one, imagine that bridge. Number one, A and B. Those potential customers are sitting on one side of the bridge or standing on one side of the bridge. And this is where they want to be. B, they want to be over here, but they're down here. They don't know this path that you've already figured out. So you need to identify B. You need to identify what is the educational purpose? Where are you leading people? So let's say that you want to write about health. Let's say you have a few friends that just can't figure this health thing out. Let's say they keep eating certain diets and things and they can't figure out, okay, how do I lose weight, get super ripped, and be able to live more energetically and passionately in my life? And let's say you've already figured that out. Let's say you rock and your health is on point. You are amazing when it comes to health. You're an expert. So you're over here. You're on the other side of the bridge. And they're on this side of the bridge. How do you get them to that bridge? You've got to figure out all these steps. But first you need to know the destination. You need to know where you are and where you want to lead a customer. So let's say this person's over here. They haven't figured this health thing out. So your educational purpose might be, I am writing this book because I want to show people that are fat, overweight, and they've tested out different diets but can't seem to figure this out. I want to take those people and I want to show them actionable steps they can take in order to, number one, get more energy in their life. Number two, lose weight. Number three, build muscle. That's it. That's your educational purpose. And every action step, every strategy, every tool you're going to take afterwards is going to link back to that purpose. But you need to know where you're going, else you'll get freaking lost. So you need to know where you're going, hence you start with purpose, because purpose is everything. So purpose, that's educational purpose. Next thing is commercial purpose. So you start with purpose and you identify these two things. Educational, what are you teaching people? And commercial, why are you writing your book? Maybe it's not commercial, but your commercial purpose might simply be, I just want to share my message. I don't want to monetize it. But in most cases, you may be writing a book that you are planning to monetize, or you are planning to sell, or you are planning to make a lot of money and get filthy rich with. So if you're sharing that, what's your commercial purpose? Because often, most people think that they're going to write a book, they're going to publish it, and they're going to sell millions and millions of copies through bookstores, and they could just lay on the beach. But frankly, you need to have a strategy if you want that or something else to happen. So what's the commercial purpose? Is your book going to be a front end for your business where people buy the book and then maybe they go and buy different products and services? Is your commercial purpose, okay, I'm going to list this on Amazon, I'm going to list this on a bookstore, and I'm going to use it as credibility to build my business or build my brand? What is your commercial purpose? So you have your educational purpose. Imagine that bridge. They're over here, your target customers, your potential people, the people that you know that you can serve. If only they listened, you know you can serve. People over here. Imagine that bridge. The bridge is that gap that you need to fill. You need to lead them down that bridge. You need to lead them down that road to some destination. But first, you need to identify that destination, else you'll get lost and they'll get lost. So, educational purpose, commercial purpose. Those are the two things you need to identify. But if you want to know, where do I start with my book? Start with those. Once you've got those two elements, once you figure out, okay, here are the reasons I'm writing my book. Here's the educational purpose. Here's the commercial purpose. I'm clear on that. I get it, Bogdan. I've got that. What's next? Then you go into, okay, mapping out. So if you have your educational purpose, you have, okay, you want to take them to B, to destination B, but they're over here. Then you map out, okay, what are all of these things here in the middle that your customers need to learn? What are the things they need to learn? Let's say you're writing about health. One thing, they may need to learn about muscle gain. So they may need to learn about workout regimes. And they may need to learn about the balance of working out and resting. So you start mapping out everything you need in order to write your book. But we'll talk about that in another video, how you can map out, okay, everything you know and how you can map it out and structure it into a book. But start with purpose and start asking yourself the question, okay, here's my educational purpose, here's my commercial purpose. How do I achieve those? How do I get my customers to where I want to take them or where they want to go? And then how do I write a book that allows me to achieve this commercial purpose? And everything else links to that. So you may have some ideas along the way. Okay, why don't I add this in? You ask yourself the question, is it tying back to the purpose, the educational or the commercial purpose of your book? So that's how you start. You identify where you want to go, then you start taking the steps and moving down that destination to where you want to take yourself and your customers. But you need to know where you are going. You need to have that roadmap before you can get started. So I hope this video showed you, okay, how do you get started? So you become unstuck and you start taking the first steps. Because I'm a huge believer that if you take the first steps, you are far more likely to take the next steps and the next steps and next steps. But you need to take those first steps. I hope this video will showed you how to take those first steps. And as simple as this seems, I want you to really think about it and get super laser clear on exactly what this is. Write out your educational purpose and your commercial purpose for your book. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe below for more videos like this and comment below with your biggest takeaway. What did you learn? What did you observe in this video that you can take away with? And it will make me so incredibly happy. So comment below, subscribe below. I hope this added some value to you today. So implement this, use this, and use this as a fuel to write your book.